Good morning and welcome back to our physics class. Today we are going to discuss about the image formation by a concave mirror. So for a concave mirror, when the object is kept at different position where the image will be formed in each case, that one we have to draw, ray diagram we have to draw, that is we have to complete all these ray diagrams for different position of object. Along with that one, we have to practically check whether it works or not. So after drawing this one, we will check it and I will show you the video also, and we can see that the same thing works in the practical case also. As an activity also you have to do it. So first we will draw, then we will go to the practical of that. So first from one by one case we will take. Okay, so let us take the first case here, that is you can see here at infinity. So at infinity means the object is at infinity. When the object is at infinity, where the image will be formed, that's what we have to discuss. Here you see the mirror is here and the light is coming from that side. So this is F, that is this distance will be focal length, and this is C. And one thing you have to remember, this C is equal to 2 times focal length, that is this distance. So C can be written as 2F also. So in the case of lens, instead of C we will use 2F. Here we can write C itself, but the distance from the pole to the focus, that is focal length, and this radius of curvature, that is distance from pole to the center of the sphere, this distance will be 2F. That you have to remember. 2F means the distance from here to here. So if an object is kept at C, the same as object is kept at 2F. So in between, if I tell 2F and C, you should remember that both are same only. Now, the first case is the object is kept at infinity. If the object is kept at infinity, you can see the object is far away. Here is the object. So the light is coming from that one. Actually, when the object is far away, no need of drawing the object there. So the light is coming from far away. So it is coming, the light is coming as parallel rays. It's coming like this here. And another ray is coming like this, and another ray will be coming to the center itself. Now we can see the rays which is coming parallel to the principal axis, that will pass through the focus, and this ray also will pass through the focus. And the ray, if it is coming to the principal axis, it will come like this and go in the same path. So this is very simple. When the light is coming from infinity, when the object is infinity, the rays will come and everything will get converged to the focus. So as it is getting converged to the focus, the image will be formed at focus. And one more thing you can see, this image will be inverted image. When you check, you will see that when you practically check, you can see the image will be inverted, and you can see the actual rays are coming here. You can get it on the screen also. So that will be a real image. So image is a real inverted image. In most of the cases, the real image will be inverted only. Okay, in the normal case, the image is real means it will be inverted only. So it is real and inverted image, and the size will be highly diminished. Very small image you will get comparing with the size of the object. So that is the first case. I think this is clear. That is when the object is at infinity, image is formed at focus, and that will be real inverted image, and the size will be very small, that is it will be highly diminished image. So now we will move to the second, that when the object is beyond C. So you can see here, this is F and this is C, and beyond C means little bit after C here. Okay, so it should not miss from the screen. So I am drawing somewhere near to C itself. Okay, so it is beyond C. If the object is at a distance which is beyond C, when the object is beyond C, how the light will come? So we can draw two lines. Okay. So otherwise I will do one thing. I will just shift the screen a little bit that side so that you can see it. Okay. Otherwise, very close to C means it will be confusing for you. So I will just shift the screen a little bit that side. Okay. Now you see here. If it is here, then what happens is, you can draw in different ways. Okay, so one way which we can draw is the line which is coming through C. What will happen? It will go like this and it will come back in the same way. The ray which is passing through C. You know, any ray which is passing through C, it will go like that and it will retrace the path. It will go back in the same direction. Now you see here, if this one is coming parallel to the principal axis, what will happen? It will go parallel to the principal axis like this. After reflection, it will pass through F like this. So these two rays, here you can see where the rays are meeting, there the image is formed. So the image will be here. So in this case, you can see that when the object is beyond C, that is, the distance is not infinity, but it is more than 2f, beyond C. That time one ray is coming like this, it is passing through the focus. Another ray which is passing through C will go back the same way, and the image is formed between C and F. That is very, very important. The image is formed between C and F. In this case, the image is formed between C and F. I think the second case also is clear for you. That is when the object is beyond C, that is beyond 2F. When the object is beyond C or beyond 2F, the image is formed between C and F. So what we can see here is when the object is coming near to you, that is first it was infinity, that time it was focus. When the object came little bit towards you, that is near to C, then this image goes little bit toward that side. Now in this case you see, this case the object is at C. When the object is at C, it is like this. See here, if you want to get the correct diagram, this distance and this distance should be same. That is, C should be same as 2F. Then only you will get the correct diagram. So when the object is at C, the same method you can use. Let one ray of light going parallel to the principal axis like this. So you know the light ray which is going parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, it will pass through F like this, focus like this. Now another ray of light which is from the top of this one, which is passing through the focus. If a light ray is passing through the focus, you know what will happen to that one. After reflection, it will pass parallel to the principal axis. So it will come parallel like this. So where these two will meet? Same point here. So what we can say from this one? When the object is at C, image is also formed at C. Okay, the object is at C means image is also formed at C. So its importance is, you can see the size also is same. When the object is at C, image is also formed at C itself. But the size is same. Again it is real and inverted. The light is really reaching here. So real and inverted, but the size is same. This point is very important. Once more compare this one. Here the object was far away, image was in focus. It came a little bit from this side, so it moved, the image moved a little bit towards C. When the object reached to C, the image also reached to C. Now you can guess what will happen if the object is coming little more this side, this will again go that side. So that we will check here. Now think about the object which is between C and F. If the object is between C and F, here. The object is between C and F. So what is the way of drawing this one? You can, the easiest thing is you draw a line which is passing through the C and this like this. Okay, that will be straight line. Like this, it will go like this and it will come back in the same direction like this. Okay. Now, should be straight. Okay, just I made a little bit curved. Should be straight. Now, this one. If you take another ray which is passing through the focus like this, passing parallel to the principal axis, what will happen? After reflection, it will come to the focus like this. Then it will meet here. Okay. So this little bit bend came. That's why it's not clear. That light, that ray when I done it became little bit bend. Okay. Actually, it should not be bent. Should go straight like this. So, okay, we'll correct it. Let it go straight away. Let the mirror is up to here. So it comes here. Our C let it be here. Okay, so you can see here, what happens here? The image is beyond C. That is when the object is between C and F, the image is beyond C. That is here both of us are saying, if this is coming here, again this one goes there. Now in this case, another difference you can note down, that is, the image became bigger than the object. It is enlarged image. So first case highly diminished image, second case it is diminished image. Here same size, here it is enlarged. The size of the image became bigger than size of the object. So I think that is clear. The main point what you have to remember is when the object comes near, the image goes that side. So if you get the first position, remaining with the logic you can get. And at C means this is again at C. Now you see here, this is just opposite of that one. That is when the object is beyond C, the image is between C and F. When the object is between C and F, the image is at beyond C. So it is these two are just opposite. Okay. Now this is there, and what should come for the next? It should come opposite of this one. That is when the object is at F. When the object is at F, what will happen? See here, the object is at F. When the object is at F, how the light ray will go? You can see one ray will go through. It will go like this. Go there and reflect back through this C. So this will not bend. The light ray which is passing through C, that will not bend. We already discussed that one. Okay. It will not bend. It will go like this. Now another ray if you take, is very important. This next ray also will come. You can take in different ways. If you want, you can take through this point and draw like this, or you will take the same parallel to the principal axis. It will pass through the focus. Now you can see these two lines are parallel. It will go and the image will be formed at infinity. So when the object is at F, the image is formed at infinity. I think this is also clear. So this is opposite of this one. When the object is at infinity, image was at focus, and when the object is at focus, image is at infinity. Just opposite of that one it will come. Now this one, this is the last case. Here it is little bit different. The object is between F and P. That is, object is between F and P. Now you see here, if you draw the same type diagram, you can see the ray which is going parallel to the principal axis, it will come like this. F, that is, it is first passing parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it will pass through F. Similarly, if you take another ray, you can take through this cone also. Because it is F and P, so I am taking 4. So by making same I is equal to R, it will go like this. Now you see here, these two rays which are going there, they will never meet. It will going diverging like this. So there is no chance for these two to meet. So they will not produce a real image. If two rays are meeting, then only it will make a real image. So here there is no chance for making a real image. But it can make a virtual image. So for that one, what you have to do is you have to extend this one. You have to extrapolate these two lines. This line, if you extend like this, it will go like this. This one also, if you extend, this will come like this. Okay. So when I am drawing that dotted line, the meaning of the dotted line is actually the rays are not going there. Now see here, one image will be formed. This will be a virtual image. That is very important. And you see here, in all these cases, when you use a concave mirror, you were getting a inverted real image. Only for this case, that is when the object is between P and F. Only for one case, we are getting a erect virtual image. So when the image is virtual, it is erect. And when the image is real, in all these real images, it will be inverted. That also you have to remember. So only one case is there like this, all other cases are opposite. Okay. So you remember from the first case to last case, and in your textbook one table is there. In that table contains all, for all the position, where is the object, for what position, what is the object, what is the image, and whether it is inverted. Nature of the image. Nature of the image means you have to explain whether it is real or inverted, real or virtual or inverted or erect or enlarged. All those things are called as the nature of the image. So you can draw all these diagrams now. Already it is there in the textbook. If I keep away from this one second, you can just pause the video. Now you can pause the video and you can draw all the diagrams. Okay. And one more thing, the same ray not reflecting. If you take some other ray, you can take another ray which is reflecting from here. That also can be used. This is the easiest way. And in this case also, if you draw the one which is passing through C, there also you can do it. But this is the simplest way. That's why I taken these things. Now, You can see all these things practically when you keep a object and image, how it works, that I will show you. And after that you study the table also. That table, if you remember, everything will be easy. But this one or two ray diagram to draw will be a sure question in all your 10th standard examinations. So practice this one. Okay, practice means the first thing is you should have a logic where the image should come. If the object is at this position, then if you draw it will become correct. One more important thing to remember is this F and C. This C should be 2F, that is 2 times this distance. Then only everything will work. Okay, so we will go to the activity, then to the table also. We will find out the focal length of a concave mirror. For finding out the focal length of a concave mirror, first we have to take a concave mirror. So this is a concave mirror. You can see that this is like a cave towards inside, bend inside. So this is a concave mirror. So in order to find the focal length of a concave mirror, we need a concave mirror like this, and we have to use a screen, wide screen. So this is a wide screen. So we have to use a wide screen, and we need a mirror holder. So this is a wooden mirror holder where we can keep the mirror here like this table. Now, in order to find the focal length of this mirror, what we have to do is we have to obtain the image of a distant object, that is a tree which is far away, and its object on a screen. So we will do that one first. Now you can see there are so many trees outside the window. So you can see the window here. So through the window there are so many trees which is far away actually. So we have to use this mirror to get the image of that trees on this screen which is given here. So you can see now what happens is the light from the tree is coming and falling on the mirror. You can see here, you are seeing the back side of the mirror here, and it will be falling on the front side of the mirror. Okay, you will feel the video as dark because if you are making it more bright, you cannot get the image of the object here. Okay, so you see here, now if you notice the screen, on the screen you can see the image. Now you see here, if you move this screen, you can see sometimes the image becomes clear and sometimes the image becomes blurred. So when you move it like this, you can see at a particular point the image becomes very clear. The image becomes very clear means you can see the leaf of this plant. That leaf becomes very clear. That each and every leaf you can identify. That condition it will come. So that is a perfect distance. Okay. Now you see here. Now the tree is far away. From the tree, how much light is coming, that is reflected from here, and it is going and it is getting focused here. So you can see that when the light is coming from infinity, and if it is focused here, then the distance from this screen to this mirror, that will be the focal length. So if you take a meter scale and if you measure the distance from here to there, if you measure here, you can get what is the focal length of this one. So for this one I am getting 18 centimeter as the focal length. So for this mirror, the focal length is 18 centimeter. Now for different position of the object, instead of this infinity, if you keep at different position, the object at different position, what will be the position of the image? That we will find out now. Now, for our experiments now, we can take that burning candle, this candle as the object. If this candle is the object, we have the mirror, you already seen the mirror here on the stand. This mirror will reflect the light from the candle and we can get the image on the screen. I think you are seeing the image of the candle on the screen. Okay, so image is very clear there. So you can see the image. Okay, now you can see very clear image of the candle on the screen. So now anyway we are getting the image on the screen, so you can see that is a real image. When you are getting on the screen, it is a real image. Only a real image can be obtained on the screen. Now one more thing you can see, the image, the candle, the flame is towards up. Here the flame is inverted. So the image is inverted also. So like this we have to check for each thing how it works. So that's what we are going to do now. So already I think you remember what was our focal length 18. So our focal length is 18. So F is 18. Now if you keep this image far away, if you keep the object far away, the image is formed at focus that we already discussed, which is at 18 centimeter. Now if you are keeping it beyond 2f, f is 18 means then our 2f will be 36. So you can see like this. I am keeping the candle here, and from the candle at a distance 36 means it will come here 36. I am keeping the mirror which is more than 36. Here I am keeping. So if it is kept like this, so now the distance from candle to this mirror is more than 36. That is more than 2f. In this case where the image is formed, we can see. If you check, you can see the image is formed somewhere here. I will turn it little bit, otherwise it blocks. Okay. See where the image is formed. So the image is formed here. So when the object is kept more than 2f, that is it is more than 36. Now it is nearly 56 centimeter is there. So when the object distance, that is distance from the object to the mirror, that is called as object distance. When the object distance is more than 2f, what is 2f means? 2f means 2 times the f. 2f is same as the c. So when the object distance is more than 2f, then you can see the image is formed at here. If you measure what is the distance here, I am getting a distance which is 24. 24 means it is between f and 2f, because our f is 18 and 2f is 36. So what we can say here, if the object is beyond 2f, the image will be formed between f and 2f. So first case was when the object is at infinity, the image is formed at f. Second case is when the object is at a distance which is more than 2f, then the image is formed between f and 2f. Now we can see if it is exactly at 2f, what will happen? See here, I am keeping this mirror exactly, or the mirror and the candle distance exactly 36. So this is 36 centimeter. I am keeping here. Now you see here where the image is formed. You adjust it correct. You can see the image, the candle and the screen is at the same distance. So if you measure, you can see both are at 36 centimeter. That is when the object is at 2f, image is also formed at 2f. Same position you can see. Object and image is, the object distance and image distance is same here. Now you see here, if you reduce the object distance, then you see here when the object distance is reduced, you are taking it here. So what is the meaning of that one? When you are reducing the object distance means it is between f and 2f. Then what will happen? You see here the image, the clear image goes back. Okay, this little bit height problem is there. So I will lift this one little bit up. Okay, so I am holding it little bit up like this. So you can see this is the clear image. So here you can see up to now, in this case the image is enlarged, big image. Previously when it was at 2f, what was the condition? When both are same, the image size was same. You notice that previously. See now the image and the object have the almost same size. Okay, it is having same size. Object and image is having same size when it is at 2f. So when the object is beyond 2f, the image was very small. You remember that one. The image was very small. See, very small flame you are seeing. And when it is coming to 2f, you can see that it is having the same size. Now when the object is coming near, this will go back. So the size becomes more. It is getting enlarged. That is when the candle is between 2f and f. The image is formed beyond 2f and it is enlarged. Now once if you take to the focus, you can guess the the image will be going to infinity, that we cannot get here, you have to take the screen so much back. So this is how the image is formed. So in each case you can verify that one as a practical or as an activity. You have to do this one. In each case you have to measure what is the distance here. This is the object distance and this is the image distance. So once you compare this one with the ray diagram, you will understand it clearly.